Hello there and welcome to my channel, Novice Modelling in a Midlife Crisis. And look what I have created! I have finally finished my special hobby 172 Saab J-21A, which is kit number SH72215, which we started way back on 8th of November. And as you may recall, or if you weren't following me then, this was part of what I do, which is you choose my next build selection, where I asked you guys, the viewers, to pick which one was built between the Saab 21A, this Marivox J22, the special hobby J9EP1106 Swedish Defender, which is actually a Svenska, and this other special hobby Saab B5 Swedish dive bomber. And kind of not unsurprisingly, this was the one that won. Obviously twin boom pusher aircraft are kind of awesome to look at, so it wasn't exactly what you call a one-horse race, but it might as well have been. So we finished this. We're just going to go through what we've done, and then we're just going to pull it up closer to the camera so you can have a little look at it. We did the primering in our Army Painter Aerosol colour primer Ash Grey. The recommended green as per the transfer room was XF58 olive green, but unfortunately when I came to paint this, my bottle was almost empty, so we had to find something else, and we plumbed for this olive drab XF62, which is pretty close to what's on the box. It wasn't very close to what was on the instructions. Incidentally, we have misplaced our instructions. We don't know where the hell they went, so luckily Scalemates came to the rescue, as they do have instruction sheets for, well, I'm assuming pretty much all model kits online. So if you do get a kit without instructions, nip over to Scalemates and you'll find them there. We also used XF7 red, flat red, on the red parts on the nose and the spinner. The undersurfaces were done in XF80 Royal Light Grey. We used Dark Iron XF84 on the exhaust manifolds, maybe a few other pieces. We used flat black X1 on our propeller blades and a few other bits. We used flat aluminium XF16 on any aluminium parts, rubber black XF85 on the tyres, and XF3 flat yellow on the little points on there. Now the one on the box here has the shark's mouth motif on the front, and we have numbered it and lettered it as per that one. Unfortunately, the shark's mouth, which was a 3-piece decal, didn't survive my attempts at putting it on. Unfortunate, I know, but we did actually have other decal options available. One is this, kind of looks like a flying devil, which is correct, and it's called Pigsy or something. I'm not exactly certain what it's actually called. So them's the breaks, unfortunately. I did want to put the shark's mouth on, but it was difficult to put on, as I'm sure a lot of you know. Shark's mouths are kind of hard, and I struggled with it and ended up breaking one of the sides. So there we go, unfortunately. For our varnish layer, we used Vallejo acrylic satin varnish. We did our base coat in that, then we attached our decals and we did the satin varnish on top as well. I'm kind of quite happy with using that for aircraft. Whenever I use gloss for the bottom coat, I always seem to really end up with a really sort of heavy and shiny surface, which I'm not really attracted to. We did have one problem with our varnish. We'd already fixed our cockpit covering on, and we knew that we weren't supposed to varnish over clear plastic. We did use some masking tape to mask it off, but somehow some varnish got in, fumes or whatever, I'm not exactly certain, and we have got some clouding, particularly at the front and just on the top there, which is a bit of a shame because I was really happy with how this one turned out, and that kind of put a bit of a damper on the whole thing. So as you can see, we actually remembered kind of to put some weights in this. We put a couple of weights in the nose. I didn't quite put enough on and was forced to attach another one, don't know if you can see it there, just in the undercarriage bay. So that's a bit of a shame also, but it's well out of the way, you can't see it. If I hadn't told you, you probably wouldn't have even noticed. So as for putting this kit together, generally the aircraft itself went together pretty much like a dream, I'd say. I didn't have any real sort of struggles putting it together. There wasn't really any flash, there wasn't really any sort of misfitting parts. It just went together really well. The cockpit is 3-piece, so you get the front section, you get a side section, and you get the top and side as another section. That was kind of difficult, and fit-wise, I'm almost there. I haven't quite got it perfect. It does seem to stick out a bit, whether this is intentional or not here. That was about the best I could do. I'm a novice at the end of the day. I can put up with these sort of things. Another issue that we had, there are supposed to be another set of doors on the inner side of this undercarriage bay. Unfortunately, we lost one of them at some point. It's been 2 months since we started this, so instead of having one on and one off, we opted to just remove the one from that side. Talking about struggles, we did actually have a bit of a struggle with the undercarriage. It didn't actually come with any holes. We opted to drill some holes in for the pins to fit snugly. It didn't seem to say you had to do this in the instruction book, but it was literally just plastic on plastic, and it was a bit of a ball ache, to be honest with you. So I just put a couple of minor holes in there, so it's probably sitting a little bit lower than it actually should. We had a little bit of a brake issue with one of these struts. There should be another strut on the other side here. That's gone together okay. These two little arms here, these are actually bits of evergreen styrene, because I put this on before it painted, and I just needed to make sure I had a good fit with it, and that just seemed like the logical way to do it. So hopefully they're not too pronounced. The front arm went on quite well. There's a little bit of bleeding on the red nose here, but I'm not too duly concerned about that. And I have a little bit of a gap on my spinner. My propellers, this is a 3-piece propeller that you have to put single blades in, and that was a bit of a struggle, and they're not exactly perfect, I don't think. But it's good enough for me as a Muppet who makes models badly. I don't think this looks too shabby. This thing here, which I'm not quite sure whether that's a gun or a piso tube, we needed to re-drill the hole for that. And one thing that I was kind of chuffed about, because I kind of made this up as I went along, I don't know if you can see, there's some like little landing lights here. I think you're supposed to put those in before you close the wing together, and I forgot. And I had the bright idea of using some Humbrol clear fix, just put a blob in the hole, and they've come out really, really well. I mean, I think I might even do that in future, to be honest with you, instead. Painting wise, it was airbrushed, and I'm pretty happy with the finish on it, to be honest with you. Again, I'm still sort of trying to get my head around doing the detail on the cockpits, and I do struggle with that, I have to be quite honest with you. So there we go. Yeah, I'm happy. I hope you think it's okay. I'm just going to have a quick swig now of my Macmyra Swedish single malt Brook whiskey. And like I say, I started this 2 months ago. I'm not an alky, I just like to have whiskey every now and again, and I've only drank that much in 2 months. So skål, as they would say in Sweden. Hey, that's good. So there we go. We're going to be heading off to Cornwall next week, because we're going to be doing some more videos down at Mikey's Model Barn. So tune in next week for a sort of recap, I think we'll do. There's 22 videos of that. We also did our first haul unboxing of the year. I'm not quite, today as well. I kind of did say that I wasn't going to do these anymore, because it's just getting, it's getting ridiculous, but I don't think there's anything wrong with spending a couple £100 on something that you love. So there we go. That's pretty much all I've got to say. Please do like and subscribe as always, and if you want to check out the kit reviews for either the Special Hobby Saab B5 the Swedish Defender JP106 or the Marifox J22, there will be a link in the description bar to them, which is underneath. That's underneath there. So I'm going to leave this running now so you can just have a look, or maybe I'll just spin it around and you can have a look at what I achieved. It took me 2 months to get there. We have a lot of kits being built, so these things kind of get sort of started and put down. We're really going to be trying to up our game next month when we've finished whatever it is we're building, and we're going to try and get these done in a sensible manner, sort of, you know, start it and hopefully finish it within sort of 8 days, because 2 months to, you know, sort of do the sort of prep, look at what we're building and all that sort of thing, and you guys having to wait 2 months to see what I've actually churned out is kind of ridiculous, I kind of know. So we're going to try and get these done in a sensible time frame from now on, because it's just a bit daft the way I've been doing this. So there we go, there's a front on view. It's a little bit wonky, but nah, whatever. There's our side view. Oh, these grey striping here is probably a little bit high, but the look of it is quite good, I think. There you go. So I'm just going to leave that spinning for 30 seconds. I don't think I've got anything more to say. Just enjoy looking at a rather special, fantastic aircraft. There is actually another one of these available, the Saab J-21A, which is the first Swedish jet that was produced in Sweden. And it was actually a sort of reworking of this aircraft. So basically they took out the piston engine, stuck a jet engine in the back, made some modifications to, you know, various parts of it. I think they had to hire the this part of the tail up further, because obviously you didn't want it to get burnt. And that's also available from Special Hobby as well. I do actually have that kit, and we will be building that at some point in the future. Maybe with some other twin boom aircraft, because I think whenever you put a twin boom aircraft in front of the camera and say, do you want me to build this? Everyone's going to say yes. So we might pair that up with a Javelin Vampire, maybe a sort of one of those Lightnings, and something else that we can find as well, which is twin boom. I've got a Fokker, a Dutch Fokker as well, which is twin boom. So anyway, I've rambled on for enough. Please do like and subscribe, and as always, be seeing you.